Hey guys, we're back in the kitchen and I'm gonna show you today how to make this quick and easy summer side dish. And you can take it right out of your garden or you can go to the store and buy cucumbers. So we're gonna throw together in like 5 minutes, 10 minutes max, Asian like pickled cucumbers. So you can heat up this dressing that I'm gonna make. I don't even do that. I use maple syrup so it mixes well. I just put them in the fridge, put saran wrap over them, and then we eat I'll eat them right away. You'll see me taste of them today. So I went outside and I've got about 5 cucumbers. I've got 2 that kind of got ahead of me, so they were larger. And then I've got 3 in here that were smaller cucumbers that I harvested. So I've salted and peppered them with good salt and fresh ground pepper. And what you do is once you've sliced them up, you salt them, stir it, and you'll see the cucumbers get moist right away and liquid come out of them. And that's gonna give you a crispier cucumber crunch with your side dish. So I pour off the liquid once the liquid is kind of formed at the bottom, and you can kind of press on the cucumbers. You can even put them in a cheesecloth to press out all the liquid. It's going to give you a crunch here, but we eat these so fast that just taking off a little bit of the liquid helps substantially. So I've got them seasoned with salt and pepper, and I'm going to add just a little bit of crushed red pepper flakes, you know, like you get on the table at the pizza place. So I'm gonna add just a bit, and it depends on how spicy you like them. My husband doesn't like real spicy, so I didn't add very much. You can kind of see at the top, you know, I've just sprinkled a few on there. So the other thing I'm gonna use is a good quality sesame oil, and you can use olive oil, whatever. I like the Asian flavor of the sesame oil. I love the way it smells. It just smells like toasted sesame seeds. So in here, I've got just a little bit left in the thing, probably 4 tablespoons or so. I'm gonna start with 2 tablespoons. I'm not really gonna measure. I'm just gonna drizzle. Whoop, I'm gonna use it all. So about 4 tablespoons. And I kind of just look at it as I go. Also, I'm gonna add some maple syrup for a sweetener. Now, it depends on, sometimes when you harvest your cucumbers, they're a tad bit bitter. So I'm not gonna even measure the maple syrup. I'm gonna do it to taste, because it depends on what your cucumber tastes like and how all those flavors meld together. Now, if you can't have the sugar using maple syrup or honey, a natural sweetener, you can always use like a Splenda, stevia, agave, whatever you want to sweeten it with. I love the flavor of honey or maple syrup in these. You can just pour some on. And like I said, we're gonna taste of this once they get all mixed up, and we're gonna see what I need to add. Okay. So the next thing you would use is a vinegar. So I sometimes use rice vinegar. I'm gonna kind of use a mix. Today I'm gonna use apple cider vinegar. I want that good mother in it. And so when you use your apple cider vinegar, look for the bottle that says organic, raw, and unfiltered, because it's gonna have the mother in it. And you wanna shake it up good enough that you get all the sediment off the bottom, because that's the part that's really good for you. So I'm gonna do probably almost a half a cup of this apple cider vinegar, because I'm gonna make up the difference and use a little bit of rice vinegar in there. And we're gonna throw a dash of soy salt. Not too much. And I'm gonna stir this up. Now, I would probably put this in a big ball jar and seal it, or you can just take your bowl and put saran wrap over it and then foil, because it's gonna smell up your whole refrigerator. You should smell my kitchen right now. All right, this looks heavenly. Now you can eat it right away, or I really like for it to sit. So like I've made it and we're gonna have it for dinner later. So I'm gonna taste of it in front of you. The other thing I like to do is you can, when you put it on your plate to serve it, you can put a little bit of toasted sesame seeds, and you can buy those on the spice aisle already toasted, because frequently my problem is I put them in the broiler to toast them, or the toaster oven, and I end up burning them because I forget about them because they toast very quickly. So you can buy them already toasted in the little jar. You can do black sesame seeds. You can do some everything bagel spice on top and grind it on there. Or you can even crush some cocktail peanuts. That's really my favorite. Okay, so I'm gonna stir these up. Get me a nice bunch of these. I'm gonna do them in a clear bowl so you can see them. Here we go. I've got a nice little batch, and I'm gonna sprinkle some everything bagel seasoning on it. I get this at Trader Joe's. And let me get a fork and we're gonna have a try. Can you hear that crunch? That was so delicious. These make a nice snack as well. You know, when you're craving a chip, go for this. You get your nice crunch, you're eating something healthy, it's hydrating for you, and the flavor is just power-packed. Thanks for joining us today.